Today I want to share about a session I did at a distance. First of all, it was only my second distance biofield tuning, but both of us, the person being treated and I, were amazed how proximity is irrelevant. This is because we are not dealing with the body, but with consciousness. Second, this session made so clear in my mind the lesson number 8 of the course, which says, my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. This idea is, of course, the reason why you see only the past. No one really sees anything. He sees only his thoughts projected outwards. And continuing with this thought, then we have on chapter 5 that fear has hidden still. What fear has hidden still is part of you. Joining the atonement is the way out of the fear. The Holy Spirit will help you reinterpret everything that you perceive as fearful and teach you that only what is loving is true. Then later says, you cannot cancel out your past alone. This is important. They will not disappear from your mind without the atonement, which is the correction. A remedy not of your making. The atonement must be understood as a pure act of sharing. Okay, so the atonement is the correction in the mind. It's actually the healing, right? So one, we have the recognition, we only see the past. So this recognition is the awareness, right? So second, ask for the healing to a higher source, which is here the Holy Spirit, because we cannot do it alone, right? This is what that said. And this is so true. I mean, how many people do psychotherapy for years and they can have a great knowledge of where their pains come from, but the healing not necessarily occurs. And so how do we know? Because the patterns keep showing up. So we need to release them. Our will, the will needs to be there. The will for healing needs to emerge. So to facilitate this mental, emotional, and spiritual healing, every time I detect an incoherent vibration in the person's biofield, I ask them to work with me. I say, while I bring a coherent vibration, like correcting the vibe, to this part of your field that is not in harmony, I say, please do your part in your mind. Please recognize how this was part of your life script. See all that you have learned from it. Forgive everything and everybody involved, including yourself. So in this particular session, we clearly noticed how our minds are preoccupied with past thoughts, like from lesson 8, and how patterns persist if we do not bring those darkness to the light. So when I checked her energy centers to know what was relevant and necessary to work with, the right foot asked for attention. So this is the right foot is related to distresses a person is having in towards their next moves in life, like their next moves and steps in life. So I went through her field and I asked about what was going on around the age of 24, 25-ish. I was feeling it was something to do with moving forward in life, but feeling held back. So after asking that, she mentioned that at that time, she was trying very hard to move to Canada, but troubles with papers held her back. She was very upset and disappointed with not being able to get out of her country and, of course, not moving to Canada. So I stayed there until I felt harmony in that area of her field. I moved on and I said, I am getting a similar feeling of moving forward, but also feeling a little stuck around late 20s, almost 30 years old. So she said, this is when I was moving to the US. But she said that she had a lot of setbacks, but she finally made it. So, okay, this was very revealing, with this, we clearly notice how we notice how this was a pattern that was being relevant today, and reason why her right foot energy center was out of alignment. So commenting on it, she said, I am right now disappointed and frustrated, hello, look at the connection, with my current situation of wanting to get out of my house and moving forward with my life. But I feel stuck because we are currently in lockdown and my house hunting is on hold until things normalize again. What? So we both could not believe or deny how all this we were talking about earlier works in life. I mean, childhood experiences, early life stresses, disappointments, fears, how all this keep hunting us if we do not let them go, like through forgiveness and by bringing understanding, light, and love to all situations. So in this contest, she worked all those things in her mind and released everything for healing. While I was working on her field, in her field, until I felt the vibrations were in harmony again. So wasn't that amazing? Well, I hope we all find where are we out of tune with the perfection of life, so we can tune and correct all the garbage, so we can let light and love flow through us to experience God's will, which is perfect happiness. If you want to experience a biofield tuning, contact me at Bootcamp.in.Miracles at gmail.com or through my Bootcamp.in.Miracles Instagram account. Thank you for listening. I see you next time. And may the force be with you. Until next time. Bye.